I think a lot of these answers miss the point of the question. The real issue isn't that there's a paucity of useful web pages on the internet, it's that taking advantage of those web pages is difficult. What does it say about human beings that we really can get an Ivy League education for free online but nearly nobody does it? The Coursera and Udacity and Khan Academy attrition rates are so phenomenal that it makes the completion rates look like round-off errors. We live in an attention deficit culture, and the solution isn't better websites, it's better humans. In view of spending your time more effectively, I suggest the following tips. Completely cut Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, and any other social sites out of your life. If you are unable to do this, strictly regulate the total time spent on these sites to 30 minutes to an hour each day. You can download Chrome extensions to help you with this, like Stay Focused. But I cannot emphasize enough how much these sites will ruin your life. Everyone always comes to the defense of social media with excuses like, well, I use Facebook to keep in touch with my high school friends and relatives overseas, or Twitter is how I stay up to date with current events, or you can learn lots of great things with specialized subreddits, and so on. Yet when you look at a distribution of how people actually allocate their time, nearly none of it is spent doing the very things that people point to when they justify their behavior. It's always just mindless scrolling, animated GIFs, cat videos, the first 20 seconds of a really neat lecture, and so on. What could be a more devastating rebuke of social media than the fact that nobody uses it for the reasons it was designed? This is, of course, auxiliary to the more important reality that research on Facebook consistently shows that it makes everyone more sad and less fulfilled with life on average. Practice efficient procrastination. If you need time to recharge in between difficult activities, find outlets in which you can still develop yourself as a person. For me, that's chess. I'll play a couple games of Blitz in between projects to recharge, and, more importantly, I'm not watching cat videos. For other people it might be practicing an instrument, or reading a book, or drawing. To-do lists. There may be nothing more insanely effective than a to-do list. Write down what you have to do, prioritize the list by difficulty, and be excruciatingly detailed when you write down your objectives. Don't get fancy, don't use Evernote or a Chrome extension, or some app, just use paper and pen. Don't finish research paper on ethics. Write one page on Chapter 3 of Peter Singer's Practical Ethics. The smaller, more discrete the tasks, the more superable they become. Also plan how you are going to procrastinate in between the tasks. Play chess, watch a Noam Chomsky lecture, do one lesson of Duolingo, and so forth in between big tasks. Take a power nap if you're too exhausted to be efficient with your procrastination. Remember, when you don't plan your time, you fail to take advantage of opportunities that avail themselves, and you go for the path of least resistance, which usually happens to be Angry Birds and YouTube videos. Who cares? This is perhaps the most important point. Next time you are about to post something to Facebook, or watch a funny video, or read a blog post, or get involved in an internet argument, ask yourself, who cares? If something isn't helping you to become a better you, don't waste your time. Today I read a BuzzFeed article on epic Twitter comebacks. I was baited into reading the article by the outrageous title, and subsequently became angry at myself for finishing it. The article just didn't matter. Nothing productive could possibly come from reading or writing it. The most popular articles shared anywhere, Facebook, BuzzFeed, and the countless copycat sites, are the journalistic equivalent of McDonald's. Consuming them makes everybody worse off. I have found myself knee-deep in an hour-long compilation of Vines, and 20 minutes in, I have to do a reality check. This shit literally does not matter. The world would be a better place if all of it just disappeared. What possible value could there be spending all your time mindlessly consuming 7-second videos for hours at a time? It doesn't make you happier, it doesn't leave a lasting feeling of satisfaction, it is just raw, unproductive consumption. Now step back, and think of all the countless hours spent in front of screens, convincing yourself that it's just one more video, or just one more picture, just one more. And then remember that this is your life. How we spend our days is how we spend our lives. This is it, this is all we have, you are the aggregate of your experiences. Do you want the average of those experiences to be summarized by a few URLs, a couple videos, and some half-hearted commitments to better yourself? So be vigilant. When you find yourself immersed in mindless consumption, ask yourself, who cares? If what you're doing right isn't helping you become a better you, do something else.